Everybody moving for reason. Cause you don't delay, just you my brother. Jeremiah Maku say, you're running away from poverty. Fatima Sally say, we are running away from poverty. Eugene L say, we are running away from poverty. Senator Fahngon say, we are running away from poverty. No more war in Liberia, no more war. We won't peace, no more war in Liberia. Every legacy, every nation, UNESCO God in the nation, yeah, give your people salvation. The new one, you man, I said, La Liberty and your Chenge. But I was my people no more war. And the Christian, right now, the force of comprehend the land. This is our own land, La Liberia. This is our own land. So, be a big one, that the good of the boy, be a big one, be a big one, be a good of the boy, be a big one, La Liberty and your Chenge. So let Fahngon be Fahngon. We are playing for the new generation. We need God intervention. Get my feeling in a beautiful nation. Bless our nation, bless our nation, bless our nation. Bless our nation, bless our nation, bless our nation. Heaven the Father. Get what we make it in your opinion. You know the God, you never promote what I mean.
Oh my God.
Deny you, Papa God, you're not deny you. So take me or you leave me. Let me tell you, don't make people don't hate me. That moment I grieve, that the moment inspiration increase. Why you don't hate me? If you don't let me, Papa God favor me. Get my feeling, feeling for breathing. Everybody moving for breathing. Cause it ain't that, just my brother. Jeremiah Maku say, we are running away from poverty. Fatima Sally say, we are running away from poverty. Eugene L say, we are running away from poverty. Amala Kone say, we are running away from poverty. No more war in Liberia, no more war. We won't peace, no more war in Liberia. Tell the Liberian, to every prayer warriors, it should be in your prayer point.
If you're just joining me, please share the podcast. Your friend may not be my friend. My friend may not be your friend. But there is a common denominator, and that is our beloved country, Liberia. Many of you have been asking, where have I been the last couple of days? I'm here, but I'm one of the few persons you will come to realize that our mission may not be complete, but we need to be very, very careful with our health too. After, let me get some more light. Let's see if it works. Okay. After a very hectic campaign, you need to take a breather. But so many things have been going on. We need to speak to it. So many threats, so many ugly statements, so many false hopes dashed out there for people to feed onto. I think it's important that we come out and lend a helping hand to what we see has been happening. If anyone knows the lady by the name of Julie Rambo, who was seen crying, the CDC supporter, asking for help, I spoke with the former CEO of the network, Spoon, and the former CEO was very passionate, and he is currently consulting with the foundation to render assistance to her. So if anyone knows her local number, she does not have to call now, but she can contact me later so I can put her in touch with the former CEO so that she can get some help. We saw her video. We listened to her voice. We saw the tears from her eyes. We understood her problem. We are all Liberians. Yes, it's the woman from Holland. The woman from Holland. So we're trying our best. She needs to go home. She came, she fought a good fight. But again, we were honest when we told her those people done me well. But she is our sister. Regardless of what side she found herself, we need to reach out to her. And the former CEO knows that. He heard about it, and he is going to address it. And we hope that we can continue. But that does not mean the politics will stop. The politics will continue. And we are up to the task. So let's start with the reason why we're here. We're here today, and I think I should play a very beautiful music. I don't know the artist, but the music has meaning. Regardless of my name being mentioned in the song, or Fatima or whoever, it doesn't matter. The artist is calling for us to reconcile, to have peace, to reach out in our prayer rooms, to pray for our country. And so I will listen to it. It's about 30 seconds, 45 minutes, and we can start the real reason. Some people may not like me. I really don't care. Because you know what? It's the truth that has brought us this far. And if we have to go further, it will be the truth that will take us further. So let's listen to him.
My God, it's
Get my feeling, feeling for reason. Everybody moving for reason. President elect, Joseph Mapaga, Jeremiah Magu say, they're running away from poverty. Fatima Sally say, we are running away from poverty. Eugene L say, we are running away from poverty. Senator Newbly Kanga say, we are running away from poverty. No more war in Liberia. No more war. We won't be no more war in Liberia. Every legacy, every nation. You next to God in the nation. Yeah, if your people salvation. Then you won't get my penny. I said, La Liberia and your Chenge. But there my people no more war. In the Christian, right now, the force to complain. Just go to land. This is our own land. Liberia, this is our own land. So, get the point, get the good and the point. Get the point, get the point, get the good and the point. Get the point, La Liberia and your Chenge. So let Fahngon be Fahngon. We are playing for the new generation. We need God intervention. Get my feeling in a beautiful nation. Bless our nation, bless our nation, bless our nation, bless our nation.
All right. Thank you. I had to stop in the middle of the song to start the podcast. Welcome. I encourage you to share this podcast. I've been quiet for a few days. Very, very quiet. I've been observing situations, and I think it's time for me to speak out. I want to start today by speaking on the little phrase that went around that we needed to manage our expectations. And somehow, some way, some elements of the CDC have seen it as a means of escaping the narrative of a possible audit. The Barker administration was not the one that came up with a policy statement or a statement calling for an audit. No. The Liberian people who voted started calling for an immediate audit of the past governments. Well, it is their right. In fact, that is exactly why they voted in a new government. The Constitution is very specific. All power is inherent in the people. And if the people say this is what they want, and you don't give it to them, they have the right to fire you and hire another person. The Liberian people called on the previous regime to audit Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and her government, to constitute courts that will have war crimes investigated and economic crimes investigated. The Liberian people wanted to put an end to corruption. They wanted to seize upon the individuals that were carrying out ritualistic killings. They wanted to put a stop to extrajudicial killings, the proliferation of drugs, damaging the smallest unit of our society, which is the most, which is the family. But again, our friends do not want to be audited. As a matter of fact, they want us to start from 2005. So, before I really go to managing expectations, let me ask my friends, who are you to tell us now where we can start from and where we cannot start from? You had the power to make that decision and that determination. You could have made the determination and you could have taken the decision. But no, you did not make the determination. You did not make or take the decision. You had 6 years to make that determination as to where you could start from and when you could start. But no, you did not. Not only did you not make the determination, you did not take the decision to audit the previous administration. So what moral grounds, what constitutional grounds, what political weight do you have to dictate to the incoming government under His Excellency Joseph Numa Boakai as to where he can start from, when he can start, and why he needs to start from there. If you could not take the decision on your own, when in fact you had the power, who are you now? If the Liberian people wanted you to make such determination and take such decision, they would have rehired you as a political institution. But because when the mandate was given to you to do so, you refuse, they fire you. Therefore, I submit to you, you do not have any grounds to decide.
Hello, everybody.
When
so this is not a political post.
You see? How you can help you? They can just come from nowhere. Hello, everybody. It's all good. So, I submit to you that you have no grounds, be it constitutional, be it political, be it moral, whatever, to detect what the incoming government can do, what they cannot do, when they can do it, how they can do it, and why they should do it. On January 22nd, at 12 noon, your government will cease to exist. A new government will be soon into office. And the President, His Excellency, Ambassador Joseph Numa Boakai, will make that determination at his own time, pace, and thinking. You are in opposition. If you want to start the audit now, you may. They still have the power. However, you have ushered in an executive order formulating a transitional team. You will respect that because it is your executive order. Let's proceed to the distraction of the phrase managing expectation. My friends, seditions, the outgoing government, and those that have failed, let me seize this opportunity to say to you that managing expectation only benefits the CDC. It does not benefit the Liberian people. Therefore, you should not be making fun of it or using it as a distraction from the will of the people to have an audit. You know, I don't say things that I cannot prove. You know, and I'm about to give you the evidence. If we do not manage the expectation of our people, it's you, the seditions, that will pay the price heavily. I repeat, you did not hear me. Managing expectations of our people only benefits the seditions. And if we do not manage the expectations of our people, it is you, the seditions, who will pay the price heavily. What do I mean by that? Our people expect us to audit you immediately. so that they can get justice of the monies that you have stolen. Be it 30 million from the stimulus package, monies from the road fund, money from the health sector, the 11 million for rice, cutting their salary against the Decent Work Act, and using the money to increase the budget. Wow, amen. There's so much. But we cannot come to power and focus on what? Auditing you. The institutions must be made ready, hear my English, for that to happen. So that justice is properly served and it does not appear to be a witch hunt. Therefore, the institution must have the capability and the capacity to carry out its functions and deliver and dispense justice in keeping with the law and in compliance with the act that created them. Hear me and hear me well. Therefore, we must manage the expectation of our people that the moment Joseph Boakai takes office, tomorrow he will put Joria in handcuff, he will put a person in handcuff, he will put Java. No. We must manage their expectations. So for you to say, oh, they taxi here, they gave you excuses. It does not benefit us. It benefits you, the seditions. Because if it left to some people at about 3 p.m. that day, many of you will be in handcuffs and taken to police station for acts that you already committed. Therefore, as an experienced old man and an experienced group of people that are about to take over state power, it is important that we manage the expectations of our people. Remember, they told you to audit and you did not. That is why they fire you. Remember, they told you they did not want stealing. You did it. They told you they did not want extrajudicial killings. You did it. They told you they were tired with kush, drugs. You did it. And so they fire you and they expect us to expeditiously and judiciously deal with you extraordinarily in keeping with the law. But we have to be very, very constitutional, democratic, and more so fast-thinking and far-sighted. So when we say manage expectation, let's help you understand a few more examples. They expect us to investigate the death of the auditors immediately. But there must be a commission set up with the requisite professional entities and professionally sound-minded individuals to carry out such a function. Therefore, I submit to you again, we must manage the expectation when it comes to the auditors. Because in the dispensation of justice, all sides must be treated fairly. Again, who does it benefit? Was it the incoming government that the auditors died under? No. It benefits you when we manage their expectations so that they don't go running after you to give you mob justice, because justice is being delayed in the opinion of some. So it benefits you that we manage their expectations. I will help you again. The law says you should pay them a minimum monthly wage under the Decent Work Act of $150. You went and you cut the money and you use it to buy your girlfriend's Toyota Camrys. You bought $98,000 car. You ate lobster. You bought $500,000 cars. $250,000 cars. While they suffered under a failed policy called harmonization. If we do not manage their expectations, they will come for you. Who does it benefit? It benefits you, not us. For every day that you are driving the $98,000 cars that you stole their salaries for, they are angry. If we do not manage their expectations, you will be the victims. It does not benefit us. I submit to you, you are the beneficiary of managing the expectations of the people. Should we go further? The $30 billion stimulus package, the passport scandal at Foreign Affairs, the unexplained deaths, 3 missing boys, Precious Cooper, and all of them. Should I continue? Should I continue? Koji ordering the flogging of a guy on camera. You saw the video. I don't need to tell you. What's his name? Akaros Gray invaded the university campus, flogged people almost to death. Finabono and the drug cartel. Okay? Your big mansions. Should I continue? So let me send a clear message to seditions. When we say we will manage the expectations of our people, we are thinking about you. And it benefits you, not us. We don't have $98,000 cars. We did not build mansions. We did not steal 30 million. Come on. Slow down. Look at Akaros Gray. Another sycophant, nincompoop, parasitic political plasmodium of no political value, telling us that on Inauguration Day, he will put 100,000 people in the streets. You have control over 100,000 people. But you could not even be a friend with 300 votes in a district that barely saw 50,000 votes. It means you are an idiot. I'm sorry to say. If I have the ability to put 100,000 persons on the street, I can never take part in a race in my district and fail. Because all I need is to bring 15,000 of those people in my district to vote for me. Now, you are telling 100,000 people to come to the street. When you are going for your engagement in La Côte d'Ivoire, what did you do for them? When you went for your wedding in Paris, what did you do for them? But the reason why I want to warn Akaros Gray is that you played around with George Weah. Don't play with the old man. George Weah came to the presidency with zero experience zero experience. Joseph Boakai comes to the presidency with unimaginable years of experience. Let me help you with my little weak brain, which cannot be compared to the old man's brain. Akara's Gray. Do you remember the day you marched talks on the university campus, disrupted classes, and beat your victims mercilessly, injuring several hundreds of them and destroying properties ranging from the campus itself, which is a state-run institution, to private vehicles? Do you remember? Do you know that that's a crime? Multiple crimes? Do you know the statute of limitation? Okay. It's 7 years. And the last time I checked, you did it this year. It will even probably be less than 1 year when we take power. I will expect you to guide yourself. And that is why we want to manage the expectations of our people. And if you think you're stupid, you probably will be the first one arrested on January 23rd at dawn. Not for any other thing, but for the invasion of the university campus. And your victims will come forward. Now, will that be a witch hunt? Or will it be in keeping with the law? Somebody call Akara's Gray. Since you want to be Mr. Smart, let me teach you how to be smart. November 23rd at dawn, you could be arrested for invading the university campus with talks, disrupting classes, damaging things on the campus, destroying private property as well as public, beating your victims, causing bodily harm to several of them, whether it be physical, psychological, whatever. If you don't know that, consult your lawyer now before you run your mouth. Because you will not be a political prisoner. You'll be a common criminal. Because it was a crime, not politics. Jefferson Koji. Forget about everything everybody says about you. Remember the young man you had tied to a beam near your generator room and flogged 25 latches and imprisoned in a generator room? Remember that video? It is not only a crime against humanity. You are not, Jefferson, a court of competent jurisdiction. You are an individual. You have got no rights to order the flogging of a citizen and the incarceration in a generator room filled with carbon monoxide. You don't have that right. It's a crime. It is a crime. So when you're running your mouth and George Weah calls you to the church and tell you stop, these are some of the briefings he got from the CIA headquarters, we are told. And I'm not going to warn you again, because a new sheriff will be in town. Someone who understands governance and politics. Someone who understands how the law works, go and sit down. Stop building false hope. Stop acting like you got muscle. Your friends are quiet. And the both of you are running your mouths. Forgetting to know that 6 years was not 60 years. 6 years is done. When I get my picking tomorrow, I'll tell you, many of us came down to help run a government. Today, I receive videos from the office I left looking like a European office or an American office. I will ask Tenton if he can show it tonight. I nearly cried. You can see where they yanked the flat screen televisions from the wall, brand new. One bringing in Al Jazeera, one bringing in BBC, the other bringing in CNN. Then the local TV switching in between them. It was the public affairs. I put 12,000 BTU up on the wall, my personal money. They scrap it. I bought cubicles, over 212,000 Liberian dollars. You will see it. They will show it. Brand new. See them. They were using a 1969 mixer, 8 channels. That could never work. I brought in a modern mixer, 60 channel, brand new. When Current Go press conference stopped, I brought in a 5.5 kVA generator, brand new, red. They were using the same 1978 speakers. I brought in 3 brand new speakers, brand new. I brought in 4 extra decks. And even though I gave brand new decks to the workers, the employees, the servants of the people, I never changed my decks. It was rotting and it was shaking. And they asked me, but Chief, why you can't change these decks to an official office decks? And I said, I don't need a flashy decks. I need a place to write or to type. It is not about the decks. It is about the work. And they understood me. I brought in the whole lot. I see on the newspaper, Chalawa Tumpo office is still intact. That you brought the cover there, the green chair, the white, that you bring it there. It's only the decks. Because you know what? He felt too good to sit behind that shaking decks. But Fahngon sat on it for 3.5 years to make sure that the workers were satisfied, that they were equipped. I bought 8 laptops. And I bought 6 brand new technophones. And I'm saying go there. Witness can say they're far away. But they were running to the president. That man like he want to overthrow you. He acting like he know too much. You will see the video. The conference room. It raining. The water dropping in the center of the floor in the conference room. For a ministry, where will you hold your press conference? Where? When you tell the other person, let's engage Ghana Tourism Board, they say you're stepping over your bounds. When you say, let's engage the Chinese to open up the CPI, which is the printing area, the center printing area, they tell you, say, they let the man want to take your job, he acting like a minister. That place was meant for that. How much is it? So much to have a local FM station. At the top of the Ministry of Information is a place designed and built for an FM station. How much does it cost? They went to Joe. I say I'm over ambitious. I told them no. ELPC is there. We hired 16 people in the ministry ever since St. J.J. Rowell time. What was their job? To educate the people in the various vernaculars. They were hired as traditional broadcasters. That's their title. But since they've been there, all of them, they can only make them make jingles once every 5 years. As a result, the traditional people never got to know whether the government was building roads or they were building houses or anything. They never knew. Even the Japanese government, you could engage them, take them on a tour and show them, and give them the reason and the necessity behind putting in a small FM station for the local people that would be relayed through the Liberian Rural Communications Broadcasting Network. But no, they can't do it. So to manage the expectations of our people benefits seditionists, not the ordinary people. And you cannot change the narrative. Who bought the printer for me? The printer in my office was bought by William Glay, formerly General William Glay or Colonel William Glay. He bought the printer. He came to visit me that day, and he saw me going into the main office to print papers for us to go to Daniel Zianka. He said, but minister, you don't get printer in your office. I said, the people who need it the most, that didn't get it. And not take nothing from me to get up from behind here, go walk, I print it, I bring it back. He said, no. Let's get somebody and go buy a printer. I will buy the printer. That's my contribution to my country. William Clay. I think he's in Philadelphia or somewhere. The next person, someone that I'm pissed off with, I don't even like him anymore, but he's still my brother. He made me mad during this election. We talk it family way. It's Michael Tike. Michael Tike. He's a businessman. He came to visit me. And he said, Minister, how they play Loki? I said, how you Loki? I don't see stationaries, pen, pencils, and stuff. He actually came to visit me before Glay, Honorable Glay came. It was when he bought the printer in the main office and bought, how you call the thing? Stationaries, pad, pens, pencils, everything. I didn't even know. He called me after 2 hours of leaving my office. He said, Minister, you stay in office? I used to stay in office very late. I said, yes, Michael Tike, what you say again? Why your problem never ends? He said, I'm coming over to you. He said, we want this government to succeed. We want you guys to succeed. So can you send some people down? I brought some things. He brought printer. He brought stationaries. He brought everything. Michael Tike. But all of a sudden, the jealousy starts to roll. When we put small S by here and pour water inside for the people, say, he want all of the play that America. What we envisaged for the ministry was very simple. It's called the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism. So there is the information component, there is the traditional cultural component, and there is the tourism component. But what happened? The moment you try to do something, everybody there. The man won't show, he won't do that, he overstepping, he overlapping. You go to the ministry, 30. You enter public affairs, or you enter Lena under Kwame Weeks. I'll be fair. When you enter there, unless you come outside, you think you're in Europe or in America. But the rest of the building, when you reach there, you won't run away. It's not because we were better. It's because we meant well for our country. If you go to that ministry and you look on top, before you climb the stairs, come back out to the flagpole. That flagpole, since the bullet marks been in that flagpole, they never brought welder one day to change it or put a good flag on it. On top of the stairs on that ministry, I had hoped we would have put a canopy there and put tables with coffee pot. Do you know why? Because when it's 6 o'clock in the evening and everybody gone home, it's about like 12 o'clock here or 1 o'clock here in America or 3 o'clock somewhere in Australia, somewhere around the world. Because government shut down at 4 or 5 o'clock does not mean the country shut down. Therefore, you must have at least 2 teams in public affairs. One working in the morning, work on the night shift. At the end of the day, 15 laptops sitting, 15 people who go to work from 5 o'clock in the evening to about 3 in the morning, monitoring newspapers in the country, as well as responding to negative propaganda in America, Canada, Europe, Asia, and other places that have a time difference with us. People should be able to pick up their phone. Hello? Is this the information ministry? Do you know the cost of one ordinary passport, please? Yes? Thank you. But somebody come from work 5 o'clock in America, which is 10 p.m. in Liberia. 10 p.m. They got no way of getting any information. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Again. But when you come, sometimes they even want to kill you because you're bringing these brilliant ideas. You go. I will tell you something today. On the second or third floor, if you want to call it, first floor. Is it first? Yeah, first floor. Yeah, because you never consider the ground floor as first. On the first floor, you have the minister's office. He has a bathroom. The deputy minister for technical affairs, the deputy minister for public affairs, the deputy minister for administration, they all share one bathroom. Goodness God Almighty. Enter that bathroom. Go take your microphone. Go there behind my back. Don't say I say. I got vexed one day. I rolled up my sleeves. And I went and I scrubbed the whole bathroom. I painted it. I put place for a tissue, for towels, for what? I did everything. They say, oh, why are you hurting your hair for? It will soon be dirty again. No, it won't be dirty. It gets dirty by human beings. Because when you put a key down, the other person take it, the other person take it, to go in the bathroom to pee. No light. They will pee all on the ground, on the camel seat. I had to go and buy a Chinese light. They use 4 batteries. And tell the janitor, whenever current go, stick it on the wall. When current go, come and put it on. When the battery finish, call me so people can see where to pee. Liberia will be a better place if we all come together and work together. But this idea, it's you versus me. It only happened in George Weah time. Weahing, coalitions, how you call the other people? All kind of names. Some of them today are crying. The only way our country will develop is that we see development as our priority and not fighting. And that brings me to my next topic. We came under the leadership of Ambassador Joseph Numa Boakai to rescue the country. We did not come to fight anybody. we told the Liberian people that Ambassador Boaka wants to rescue the country. They asked us how. We explain. Some people said they wanted to fix the country. Some people said they wanted to sweep the country of corruption. Some people said all kinds of things. But when we made our case to the Liberian people, they decided that, okay, it's true. You guys should rescue the country. And that's how they gave us the power. So to come today and to think that we will witch hunt you, that was not our mandate. To come today and think that we should build false hope, that was not our mandate. So those of you running around, oh, the man said you will face the country, rose then in 100 days. And you see trouble. Joseph Boaka says that he will make the roads accessible. He didn't say I will pave it with quota or cement. But again, when it comes to limited minds that can't think, they run with the wrong propaganda. Let me ask you this. January 22nd, end of dry season, end of the time your paper can be blowing, cars then already passing on the road. How many roads you see with BB mud? This is dry season. So, let's check now. When you got a motor grader to just go over the road, that dry season, you will see any mud? No. From January 22nd to February 22nd, in a dry season, by what? In a 30 days. From February 22nd to March 22nd, in another 30 days, in a 60, in a dry season. From March 22nd to April 22nd, and when we getting in the rainy season. The rainy season actually start from May. It's supposed to be April, but the real rain can start from May. It can even start who said. So you say, oh, 90 days, 90 days that dry season, oh man. The scene where the car can drive on the road, that is scene where the grader will drive, and then made the road pliable. That will give us sufficient time as a government to negotiate where we can now get to those bad spots and try to put kosher and do something to fix it. But because when you already know something, you're dull. You're feel your friend and dull. And that's why the Papa said, we will make sure that the roads are pliable again. Meaning pliable means you can pass again. It's already in the dry season. We need to stop the propaganda and start looking at the agenda. Somebody did not hear me. We need to stop the propaganda and start looking at the agenda. Choose your own. We are looking at the agenda. And this year's theme, or this year, number one on the agenda, is to rescue the country. But if some of you do not want to rescue the country, then my friend, we will rescue the country from you. We will rescue the country from you. Now you don't want when on the university campus and flog people. We will make sure you're able to go nowhere to flog anybody. Now you don't want to tie people to your lepo. Flog them and put them in generator yard. We'll make sure you're able to do that again. And how do we do it? The first one you now do, we charge you for it within the statute of limitation. We'll charge you for it. Put you before court. Set your bond. And that nonsense that happened with Jawia, we're not happy with this government. The law will be the law. The law will be the law. I tried to set the stage, but George Weah was too weak. When Edwin Snow walked in that police station, walked behind the decks, pushed the police officers, and grabbed the individual out of the cell, himself, and brought him outside. And I reached there and I took the individual and forced him back behind the decks so that he could respect the law. I expected President Weah to have my back. That whether it's a minister or a representative, nobody is above the law. And when the law has a person, you must go through the processes of the law. You do not act unilaterally. So as a citizen, I had the right to uphold the law. He was wrong for breaking the law. But because I had a friend, they supported a friend. They went in the caucus meeting. The man, he getting too powerful. He won't do this. He didn't see that I was trying to send a clear message on behalf of the revolution that a new sheriff was in town and that the law was the law. And everyone was to obey the law. He did not see it. He saw his friend. He saw his friend. So yeah, they called me in front of the horse. A carrot's great and jumping. We'll jail you. When we finish with you, you will not believe it. You think they play that fun? No problem. Solomon Josh, jumping, will deal with you, Fahngon, and asking, are these seditions? Who are these people? Why am I among them? Are these seditions? Eugene L sitting next to me. They're on his phone, texting, laughing. Yeah, they were going to deal with me. Yeah, they jailed me. Prosecuted me for helping them. But where is Solomon Josh today? Where is Akara's Gray today? The Liberian people got my back. And they said, go home. Leave them to us. We will handle them. And the people handled them. Papa Chimba was the one presiding. Where is he today? I trust my Liberian people. They said, Fahngon, leave them. We will handle them. And they handled them. They are no more. Let that be a warning that people are watching what you do to those who serve them genuinely. And today, I have an advice for my friends in the Unity Party and its alliance. You may not like me. I was not rich when I met you as a friend. I had nothing when I came to you as a friend. I did not apply for a job. I saw the call of my country for a statesman. In 2017, we were misled into believing that my Ellen said that two should go rest. He don't want to listen. Well, we fought him. But after we got in, we found out we made a mistake. So to correct that mistake, it was no need I sit down and start crying. Because I know you cannot count 5 campaigners in 2017 for CDC without putting me there. So I knew the education, the talent, my ability, and my capability. And I said, instead of crying, you have done wrong to give the people the wrong person. Go and correct your mistake. And I asked God for forgiveness, and he gave me the strength because I was weak. I was weak. You lost your marriage. You lost your businesses that people saw. You lost your home, your cars, everything. You lost family and friends. You went down to help the government that you believe in. They beat you down. They shotgun at you. They suspended you. They jailed you. They fire you on your deathbed. You got to be broken. But the Lord said, no, I'll use you one more time. And I'll give you the strength. You don't need money, you need me. And I said, thank you, Lord. I've been surviving ever since. And God empowered me. And I said my prayers. And I apologized to the old man. I didn't even apologize to him until I showed him that I was genuinely apologetic and sorry. So I got to work for a year and a half without talking to Uncle Joe one day of my life. I worked for 1 year and a half. And the first day I ever spoke to him or lay my eyes on him was the day he came to the States, and I did the traditional honor thing. And I went down to his feet and he put his hands on my back. And that was it. All the talking you see me doing for a year and a half, I did not talk to Uncle Joe. I did not. And I did not see him. And he even told the people, my first time seeing Eugene Fahngon is here in America. And he saw me the first time. I apologized. I went down. He laid hands on me. Yes. And I went to work. I did my job. I did my job. And nobody should ever underestimate the power of God. He's great. I have suffered too long, but I've never cried in my misery. Never. Many people don't know how I eat, how I live, what they put in my belly that suffers me today. How many of you know that? You don't know that. You don't. But I don't talk. I just work. I just work. Because I do it for country. I nearly died doing it. I'll do it until I die. I have a word for my friends in the Unity Party and its alliance. If you're not careful, you will destroy yourselves before you get to the mansion. Because you know what? Everybody wants to show that they are somebody. Y'all need to stop. We came as a team. We must work as a team. There were people who worked many years before others came on board. And there were people who worked 2 years ago. Some people worked 6 years ago. Some people worked 5 years ago. Some people even started working a year and a half ago. Some people joined in 6 months ago. Some people came 2 weeks to the elections. But you know what? It don't matter when you came. What matters is that you came. But now, it's a teamwork. If some people were not preaching the gospel of Joseph Numa Boakai, you would not have been in that situation room to tabulate any number. Because he would have lost before he even went to the race. You must thank those people. You must thank those people who came 6 years ago, 5 years ago. It is because of them that you are who you are today as a Unity partisan or an alliance member. Some of them work until the very day begging you to come on board. Please join us for the second round. Please join us for the second round. Now you came in the second round, you acting like you were there 6 years ago. I wasn't there 6 years ago. I wasn't there 5 years ago. I wasn't there 4 years ago. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be there 2 years ago. So, everyone has played their role. And everyone must be respected. It doesn't matter when. But there is confusion coming now. You know why? Because certain people want to exert their influence over the other people. No. You all are one big family. One big family. Begin to meet separately in an upper room. All of you must drive your cars at 11 o'clock in the night. Go to the hotel. If not, get there early in the morning at 9 a.m. and sit in a room. Party chairman, ACO, MDR, whatever. This is where we are. Leave the old man out of everything and chart a new course for our country. Rather than, I got Leso, I want to put a man in there. He's supposed to be the new DEA boss. Who made you president? Who made you president? The other person who was saying, no. The first thing you need to do is craft a policy statement for the new administration. The next thing you need to do is to work on the 100 days deliverables for the people. The other thing you need to do is to sectionalize the government in the way that is easily manageable as an alliance. But no. Everybody bringing lists. Everybody calling so. Some people giving people false hope. Some people calling. Somebody say, I'm organized. They will organize. Let me tell you something. If anybody listening to this broadcast today, I spend some time with Ambassador Joseph Numa Boakai. That man is a blessing to our country. Do not underestimate his ability to deliver. No one have got undue influence on him. His influence is from God, and his action is sanctioned by God. Make no mistake. Those of you who come in, I get up in the morning at 3 a.m. Fahngon, my man, you know that here, we been inside. You need to come on the ground. I don't need to come on no ground. Then you got my life. I value my life and I know when to come. Fahngon, don't say that they put it. I did not work to be paid. I worked for my country. At the end of the day, some of you, you know, they put dividing thing, they promise the other men this. They cannot promise nobody. Do not give your money to anybody. Do not lobby with anybody for a job. You will not get it. I promise you. His name is Ambassador Joseph Numa Boakai. If he even hear that you got 20 PhD, but you pay money for the job, trust me, if I'm wrong about this, then I don't want to be right. You will not get the job. Just the fact that you are qualified and you pay money for it, you will not get it. I warn you. I warn you. So all of y'all who making long lists because you were part of the alliance, I don't think it's outside. But think, where is your new policy statement for the incoming government? Where is your suggestion for the 100 days deliverables? What are your new plans to address the problems that is now foreseen will be left behind by this administration? An empty coffer. You got the brains. You got Amara Kamara, Brahma Kamara. They've been two ex-former finance minister. You got security experts. Sam Gay, Brani Samuka, Chris Masakwe, A.B. Kroma. What is the security? Have you all had a security session meeting? Have you? What about the business people? Have you? What about an economic advisor with financial experience like Losoni Kamara? Are you guys putting things in order for the Liberian people? Don't spoil this revolution. Don't. try to derail this train, because I am one of the conductors on this train. I will put you under the tire, the high iron tire, and I will not lose track. I will cross over you with this rescue train without any regret. Let's keep the focus on the mission. Our mission was clearly defined by His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Newman Boakai. Our mission is to rescue the country, not to divide jobs, not to have proximity to him, not to follow his compound, not to be asking people for stupid things. Our mission is clearly defined. Rescue our country. If you're not in on the mission, withdraw your troops. Because this mission did not end with the election of Ambassador Joseph Newman Boakai. It actually started with his election. Now we need to go forward and rescue the country from the many health problems, the economic woes, the security concerns, the drug infestation, extrajudicial killings, and ritualistic killings. We must pay people decent wages for decent work. We must nip corruption in the bud. We must align with ourselves and our international partners. We must work with them. We must show them that we're ready for business and not business as usual. We have great challenges ahead of us, but we have wonderful partners that are willing to help. Do not start, because you will not end. You will stop where you started. Ladies and gentlemen, we're one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all once again. Each and every Liberian, regardless of who you are, what tribe you come from, what religious affiliation you have, what gender, regardless of your political party, beliefs, or ideology, you'll never be any of those without first being a Liberian. And that's the new message we're coming with. We are Liberians first. And therefore, we will love each other. We will work with each other. We will be that Liberia that is indivisible. Indivisible, meaning you cannot divide us, with liberty and justice for all. Anything to the contrary, my friend, you will have yourself to blame. I look forward to coming home, meeting everybody, seditions, anybody. Our focus will be on rebuilding our country. A footballer came and tried, but he did not do good. He did not do his best. He blamed everybody yesterday but himself. And I'm looking for the journalists. I'm looking for Rod this year, Philibert Brown, 50-50, T-Max Jonathan, Clarence Jackson, Julius Chair, and I'm looking for Prince and others, Kevin Demi. I'm looking for that journalist that will say to Mr. President, we see you blame everybody. What blame do you take yourself? I cannot wait for that journalist who will ask Mr. President, is there anything that you will blame yourself for? At least, so that after blaming everybody, we can see whether he will accept that one blame that says the buck stops with you. Thank you for joining me on my podcast. I love you. I continue to love my people. We can do great things. We don't need to envy each other. We don't need to fight each other. When somebody brings an idea and it's good enough, let's help and make sure that it benefits our country. I want to thank all of you for joining me today. At least we can all come together to the table and make it happen. We have a statesman. We have a father. We have a grandfather. And I can promise you, one day when he sits, he and his wife, you will feel the love in the two people. They got stories. The old man got stories that will inspire the country and that will help the people to think. May God bless you all. May God bless our country, Liberia, and save our state. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. I'm done. I don't have much to say. But again, thank you for joining me.
Oh my God, it's
Get my feeling, feeling for reason. Everybody moving for reason. President elect, Joseph Mapaga. Jeremiah Mapu say, they're born in their way from poverty. Fatima Sally say, we are born in their way from poverty. Eugene L say, we are born in their way from poverty. Senator Kanga say, we are born in their way from poverty. No more war in Liberia, no more war. We won't peace. No more war in Liberia. Every legacy, every nation. UNESCO God in the nation. Yeah, give your people salvation. When you want your man, I said, Liberia and your change. But I was my people no more war. And the Christian, right now, the force of the land. This is our own land, Liberia. This is our own land. So, get the one way, that you're going to go. Get the one way. Get the one way, that you're going to go. Get the one way. Liberia and the change. So, let back on be back on. We are playing for the new generation. We need God intervention. Get my feeling in the beautiful nation. Bless our nation, bless our nation, bless our nation. Bless our nation, bless our nation, bless our nation. Heaven the Father, get up in the getting on the opinion. No, because you never come over the when men deny you, Papa call you not deny you. So take me or you take me, let me tell you, don't make people don't hate me. That moment I breathe, that the moment inspiration increase. Why you don't hate me, if you don't like me, Papa God favor me. Get my feeling, feeling for reason. Everybody moving for reason. President elect, Joseph Mapaga. Jeremiah Mapu say, they are born in their way from poverty. Fatima Sally say, we are born in their way from poverty. Eugene L say, we are born in their way from poverty. Amala Kone say, we are born in their way from poverty. No more war in Liberia. We won't be no more war in Liberia. Tell the Liberian, to every prayer warriors, they should be in your prayer point. And no more war in Liberia. We say unity for your leader. There is a leader. Pray for your leader. Pray for your leader. There is a leader. Pray for your leader. No more war in Liberia.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.